What do you want to be when you grow up? It's a question everyone was asked a million times when they're in elementary school and middle school. You'd write your hopes and dreams on a little cardboard star, and then your teachers would post them on the wall, and you'd stare at it for 180 days while you're in that classroom and be reminded of why you're here, because you wanted to do that. And everyone had their own answers. I want to be a doctor. I want to be a lawyer. I want to be a nurse, a teacher, a chef, a firefighter, an astronaut. Well, my answer was that I always wanted to be a wedding planner. My teachers would chuckle and smile. My friends would ask me, how do you know you want to do that? And even some people would say, you look like you'd care about something like that. And I tell them all the same thing. I've known since I was 6 years old and I was a flower girl at my cousin's wedding, when I accidentally left the clubhouse and watched the entire day be put together. I sat on the golf course as the tents were pitched, as the tables were put together, as the tables were set, the flower arrangements put everywhere. I watched as all the chairs were set up for the wedding day and the ceremony, and I watched my cousin get ready. And then I watched as her husband looked at her for the first time when she walked down the aisle, as if she was the most beautiful person in the world. And I knew that I wanted to be surrounded by weddings for the rest of my life. But then the time came when you grew up, and the time when you actually had to decide what you wanted to do was coming near. I was told to think about what I was good at, and to be realistic. And my dreams of becoming a wedding planner were still my dreams, but I was ashamed of telling people that. I listened to my family tell me that I wouldn't ever want to be a part of the hospitality industry because I didn't want to be in the service industry. Because who wants to serve people for the rest of their lives? I also listened to people tell me that being a wedding planner was extremely superficial. And I let people become the deciding factor of my future. I was embarrassed to tell them that what I wanted to do when I grew up and what I wanted to major in college was not saving lives or teaching America's future, but I wanted to learn about worrying about flower arrangements, catering bills, food and beverage minimums, bridesmaids and bridal drama. That's what I wanted to go to school for. But I still did it. So here I am, Megan Carmichael, a hospitality administration major at Boston University, and I am studying and following my dreams of becoming a dream maker for others. A better place. I'm a firm believer in believing that in order for the world to be a better place, the world needs to become a happier place. A surgeon performs a surgery. That's a moment that someone's never going to forget about. They're going to be thankful to that surgeon for the rest of their lives. Well, I believe that it's the same thing for an event planner. I plan a wedding for someone. It's a moment where they're the happiest. They don't have to worry about anything on that day. They have all of their family and friends there. They get to celebrate their love for someone else, and they get to have the most beautiful and perfect day of their lives. They get to feel beautiful and wonderful themselves. They get to share the love of their relationship with everyone else, and they just get to be happy. How is that different than someone else saving someone's life? It's a moment they're going to look back on for the rest of their lives. It's a moment that I would be honored to be a part of. And so that's why I want to be a wedding planner. I want to plan weddings because I want to be responsible for making other people's lives better. I want to be responsible for worrying about things they don't need to be worrying about on that day. Nothing makes me happier than knowing that I will be making someone's day easier on the most important and happiest day of their life. And people warn me all the time. Oh, you're going to have to worry about bridezillas. You're going to have to be worrying about the mother of the bride, all the drama that comes with that. But I'm happy to do it because if each one of my weekends when I grow up is filled with a wedding, that means that my weekends are all filled with someone's happiest day of their life. How could I not be happy myself if I'm not around all of that happiness all the time? Yeah, it might be a long road to get there. That might be difficult, might be hard, might be daunting. But when that whole event comes together, and you get to see the beauty of it all, and you get to see the smiles on everyone's faces, and you get to know that you were personally responsible for putting this entire day together for someone, How on earth can you not smile and know that the world is a little bit of a better place because of something that